Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Psychope Self-Help Podcast, a space for women where psychology illuminates paths to healing, hope, and personal growth. I'm Dr. Jennifer McManus, a clinical psychologist, and I'll be your host. Each episode, we'll explore a different way to use psychology to enhance emotional wellness. Hope you enjoy the show. It's episode 47, and it's so good to have you here. This episode is going live in the first half of February, so I want to say I sure hope this year has been treating you well so far. If you've been listening to some of our more recent episodes, then you know we've been exploring how to harness your happy hormones, those being dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins, for stress relief. Our listeners have been letting us know that you love these dose episodes. So today, delighted to bring you another one, this time with a winter twist. Now, you may remember that back in early autumn, we talked about cold weather activities that can boost mental well-being. That was on episode 40, Sunshine and Serotonin, the mental health benefits of time in nature. That was back when here in the Northern Hemisphere, we were transitioning from summer to fall. The truly cold weather was still a ways off back then. Well, now we are in the thick of the cold season, and whether you're loving it or already looking for any signs of spring, this episode has you covered with comforting and uplifting tips using the DOSE framework. As we often do, we have a special resource to accompany this episode and help you implement these ideas. That's the Your Dose of Winter Inspiration handout. It's a PDF that you can download for free at psychope.com/dose. On that website page, you'll also find the DOSE checklist, which invites you to reflect and respond on how you can harness your happy hormones in healthy ways. There are additional DOSE inspiration handouts for other times of the year available too. The inspiration handouts look like vision boards or collages, and they're really fun, so please check them out. Again, you can get all your free DOSE resources at psychope.com/dose, or just click the link in the show notes. This episode is going to focus on exploring activities we can do in winter to potentially boost our happy hormones. Again, those happy hormones are dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. DOSE. If you're wanting to learn more about the science behind DOSE hormones, then I invite you to check out episode 42, Harness Your Happy Hormones for Stress Relief, a DOSE primer. Now, before diving into these winter stress relief tips, let's talk a little bit about the full range of how we can experience winter. Some of us thrive in cold weather, loving the snow, crisp air, and cozy layers. Maybe you're stoked to be able to finally hit the slopes. But for others, it's a struggle. This time of year can weigh heavily on our mental health. There's actually an official diagnosis in the DSM-5 TR. That's the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, with text revision, that recognizes there can be a seasonal pattern to depression. This diagnosis is a specific type of major depressive disorder, often referred to as seasonal affective disorder by researchers and clinicians. It's often abbreviated to SAD. Even that acronym, SAD, SAD, rings so true, doesn't it? The short days and less hours of sunlight can really take a toll. And even if you don't meet criteria for a seasonal depression diagnosis, many of us feel those winter blues and are eagerly waiting for those first hints of spring to appear. And that's why I wanted to create this episode, to bring you some warmth, comfort, and mood-boosting activities during this challenging time of year, all through the lens of DOSE. And since everyone's relationship with winter is different, some of us savoring the snowy wonderland, while others prefer to stay cozy inside, these dose tips are designed to offer both indoor and outdoor options. That way, no matter where you fall on the winter loving spectrum, which can even change from day to day, there's something to hopefully uplift your mood and ease stress. All right, so let's dive into our dose chemicals, starting with dopamine. Dopamine keeps us energized and motivated by rewarding us for small achievements. But during the cold, dreary days of winter, it can be hard to stay motivated. So here are some ideas to potentially boost your dopamine levels. Consider taking a walk and looking for signs of spring. This involves getting outside in proper winter attire, of course, and noticing the little hints of life, like tiny buds on tree branches or maybe even some early shoots pushing up from the soil. These signs can remind us that spring is on its way. After all, we're right about at the halfway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. Completing this type of walk can give you a small but powerful dopamine hit for your effort. A little personal anecdote here. I was visiting family in Maine for a bit here in February, and I did not think this activity would be relevant while up there. But sure enough, even in icy, cold Maine, often referred to as a tundra, even though that's not scientifically accurate to do so, there were signs of spring. I noticed on some trees and bushes that there were indeed the beginning of little buds starting to form. Moving on now to our next winter-inspired dopamine tip, you might want to try snowshoeing or sledding. These beginner-friendly activities are great for getting your body moving while giving your brain the excitement of trying something new. Every time you build confidence on the trail or hill, dopamine rewards your progress and motivates you to keep going. If you're more advanced when it comes to winter sports, then by all means, challenge yourself with activities like skiing, snowboarding, or ice skating. As always, remember to stick with activities that are medically approved and safe for your body's needs. Shifting gears now to some indoor dopamine boosting activities, we have working on a winter craft project. There are so many different arts and crafts activities from which to choose, like painting, knitting, or maybe even crafting with some natural materials like pine cones. Creating something from start to finish stimulates dopamine as you complete each step of your chosen project and see your progress. Another way to boost dopamine is to track small wins with a winter goal checklist. Indoor winter goals might be trying a new recipe or decluttering a corner of your space. Dopamine can be released each time you check something off your winter goal checklist, giving you a rewarding boost of motivation. Moving on to oxytocin now, which is all about bonding and trust. The cold season can make us vulnerable to feeling isolated, but there are plenty of ways to build connection and warmth. For example, you could host a cozy movie night with friends. This time of year, feel-good comedies like Groundhog Day or heartwarming rom-com come to mind. Laughing together and sharing the experience releases oxytocin, reinforcing emotional bonds. Other ways to boost oxytocin include volunteering or helping someone in need. Giving your time or resources to others can create deep feelings of empathy and trust. Whether it's donating winter clothes or helping at a local shelter, acts of kindness are a natural oxytocin booster. Writing a gratitude note to a loved one is another way to boost oxytocin. Sharing your heartfelt appreciation through a letter or card strengthens emotional connections. The simple act of expressing gratitude increases oxytocin for both you and the person receiving it. Another way to boost oxytocin is to phone a friend. Winter days or evenings inside are great times to enjoy a long phone call or video chat with someone important to you. Reconnecting through meaningful conversation can evoke that warm, bonded feeling we often crave during the colder months. Next, we come to serotonin, a neurotransmitter which is known to help regulate mood and promote emotional resilience. Here are some ideas to help you bring more serotonin into your winter days. Consider taking mindful stretches in a sunny spot in your house. Find the sunniest area of your home and enjoy gentle stretches. Have you ever noticed how pets seek out those sunny spots for their naps? They're onto something. Sunlight exposure helps your brain produce serotonin, stabilizing your mood and boosting your energy. We can also go for a morning walk when the light is the strongest. Even winter sunlight can increase serotonin. Combine fresh air with movement for a mood-lifting combo that helps you feel more balanced throughout the day. Starting an indoor gardening project is another serotonin-boosting activity you could try. Nurturing plants connects you to the natural world, even when it's cold outside. The act of caring for plants involves gentle focus and repetitive, soothing actions like watering, pruning, and observing growth, which can lower cortisol levels and enhance mindfulness, both of which support serotonin production. The final indoor activity for boosting serotonin is keeping a gratitude journal. Engaging in gratitude increases serotonin by promoting positive thinking. Last, we come to endorphins, which are known as our natural pain relievers. Endorphins help reduce stress and increase feelings of happiness. Here are some ideas to bring more endorphins into your winter self-care. You could dance to your favorite playlist. Turn up that music and dance like no one's watching, as the saying goes. Movement and joyful music trigger an endorphin release, elevating your mood and reducing tension. Some other endorphin-boosting options are to watch a comedy or listen to a funny podcast. Laughter is a quick and easy way to release endorphins. Whether it's a lighthearted movie or a stand-up comedy special, humor helps you shake off stress. Next is an outdoor winter activity that I wholeheartedly endorse, and that's taking a soak in a hot tub. The heat soothes your muscles and promotes endorphin release, creating a feeling of physical and mental relaxation. Our last endorphin boosting tip is to go for a brisk winter hike. The combination of exercise, fresh air, and winter beauty triggers endorphins. Chances are you'll feel refreshed and energized after immersing yourself in nature. Before we wind down, I want to share some bonus ideas for activating multiple dose chemicals at the same time. Take indoor gardening, for example. Caring for plants provides calm, that's serotonin, while each growth milestone triggers a sense of progress. It's dopamine. Finally, I want to highlight how a morning walk can activate more than one happy hormone, giving you even greater benefits. Walking outdoors taps into serotonin from the early day sunlight and endorphins from the movement. As we wrap up now, I want to remind you that you can download your Dose of Winter Inspiration handout at psychope.com/dose for more support staying cozy and calm during these cold winter months. I hope the ideas shared in today's episode and on the Dose of Winter Inspiration handout help you cultivate warmth and relaxation as you navigate the rest of this winter season. Much peace till next time.
The information shared on the Psychope Self-Help podcast is done so with the understanding that it does not constitute professional help, nor is it a substitute for professional help. If you think you might benefit from more than self-help, there are resources listed in the show notes.